Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here. And up to now, we've been looking at how a set of shared structures that species have can help us understand why they've changed over time. We've done this by looking at the structures themselves and how they're similar and different, along with the environment they lived in to help us understand how the structure, shape, size of their different limbs can help point to this idea that these descendant species came from a common ancestor. And we did this by looking at our three different species here and their environmental information. For example, the dire wolf here, when we looked at theirs, we saw that they have unique bones that allow them to be predators in order to run and attack large organisms for food. So we know that these species are attacking large organisms in their environment. So they're not attacking small species that run and hide, they're attacking large species. And we see by their size that have very big legs, very long legs here, especially where the ulnar radius is. Long legs help them run faster, along with have more muscle so they can attack these larger animals. Along with attacking these larger animals and needing to run and attack them, they have these claws at the end of their feet that help them to probably grip and hold on to these large organisms and attack them, along with them being bent here so that they can grip the ground really well and run really fast. So notice because there's this bend here in the leg, there's claws. We see these long legs with these long radius and ulnas here. They're able to run fast, grip the ground, attack these large organisms in order to survive. This is what allows these structures to be adaptive for their environment. And when we're able to connect these ideas, we're able to see that these shared structures, even though similar when it comes to the bat, the wolf, and our ancient camel, allows them to be adaptive for their specific environment with their specific needs. Now, paleontologists use these skills and these comparative pieces of evidence to help show connections between all species. And that's what we're going to be looking at doing here in the next one. We're going to be looking at comparing different species within our sim and finding evidence, just like we did, to explain how these adaptive structures evolved in the next task. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we're going to do that. You're going to start by clicking on the link here, and you're going to be looking to find these two species here, and we're going to be clicking the study icon to compare them. So when you get into here, you're going to go to the right-hand side, and you're going to find this species right here and this species right here. And you're going to use this comparative set of evidence to help you answer these questions. You're going to start by looking for a shared structure. You're going to look at what's different between those shared structures and how the text evidence might help us understand why those shared structures are adaptive for their environment. So when I click on my amplify, I'm going to be able to read that information just like we did for our saber tooth or for our wolf, bat, and camel. I'm going to be able to see what they look like in real life. And I'm also going to be able to see those bone structures and possibly zoom in to help me find those comparisons again. So, just like how we compared the legs in our last species, you're going to be able to compare any structure you want here. It can be any of the colored ones, the non-colored ones. You're going to be using those shared structures to talk about how they're adaptive for their environment. And then you're going to come back here and answer those questions about what structure did you focus on? What were the differences in those structures? And why were those structures adaptive for their environment? So that's how we compare the different structures in the sim. That's how we find the evidence we need to explain how the structures evolved. If you have questions, reach out. Otherwise, good luck.